Once again, we are back in beautiful Mexico City in Martel Studios. And I wanted to share a little quick production tip. Super simple. It's something that one of my mentors, shout out to Accident, taught me a couple years ago, which is a super simple concept. I'm going to be breaking it down with Aha, my track that just dropped on Goza Records. Check it out if you have it. And it's super simple, but it really changed my outlook on production, what I think about every time I'm making a song and while I'm working on a track. There's a 3-step process that I have in my mind, which is thinking about hook, groove, and riff. I'll elaborate on each three. And my belief is that for a song to be good, any genre, whatever, anything you like, it always needs to have those 3 elements. So I'm going to break it down with Aha, but this applies to any genre, any type of music. Hopefully this helps. See you in Ableton. Okay, so hopping back into Ableton, I'm going to show you guys this concept of, let's call it like the 3 pillars, right? Riff, groove, and hook. This is a project file for Aha, and what I'm going to do is I basically put the elements that I deem to be the riff, the elements that I deem to be the groove, and the elements that I deem to be the hook in separate groups. And what I'm going to show you is if I just have these 3 elements together, it's like the DNA of the song's complete, and the rest is just kind of makeup and just little details to kind of help bring it to life. But like the solid core of the song boils down to these 3 elements. And I think this is a great track to show you guys with it because it doesn't have like a big vocal hook per se. Like it doesn't have an actual top line. It doesn't have a chorus. So there's no like typical hook. So this is like a dance version of it, which I think is very helpful for me every time I'm making like club directed tunes. So first off, I mean, Aha started with the groove, which is, this. I'll show you guys. Super simple. And then I was looking for samples and I came across this like clap loop that had like a vocal under it. Oliver, shout out to Oliver, amazing samples. To me, I was like, that's insane. That's the riff. I want to have that over the whole groove. Just kind of keep going. Obviously, that's where the name comes from. Then actually AI'd the stems from that, and I just like brought it out more because it was very deep in the sample. Just highlight it a little bit more. Put that together with the groove. And then the hook for this, so like the riff is something that it's a reoccurring motif that happens throughout the whole song, right? Then the groove, pretty much same thing. It's the percussion. It's what makes you dance. And then the hook is like that special moment that kind of comes in. It's like that climax where you're like, you waited the whole song for it. You want that moment to happen. And that's where it comes in. The hook could come in and out. Usually like the hook typically reaches its peak during the last drop, if we're talking specifically for this style of like club records. So again, for this lead, it was kind of just like a saw wave idea, reminiscent of like My City's on Fire by Jimmy Jules. That's kind of where like my brain was at when I was trying to do something for like the hook. Kind of played this just on the keyboard. Super simple melody. Sounds like this. As you can see, there's a lot going on that keeps it dynamic. Obviously, there's so much automation on this. Also on the filter of it, there's like pitch bend on it. So there's a lot to like keep it moving. But overall, the idea is very simple. And then if I put these 3 elements together, hook, riff, and groove, and I'll play the second drop. As you can see, that's pretty much the DNA of the song. I can show you guys the rest of the little details and the little samples that I used and the effects to kind of bring it to life. But again, that's pretty much the whole thing. And again, this applies to every single song that at least I work on. I always try and keep these 3 things in mind. Always. It just helps kind of make it very easy to know what I need to do next. I think it's really hard when you're working on an idea and you don't have like a very solid top line, or you don't have something to like really focus on that you're building about, and you just kind of want to make music just for fun, and you kind of don't know what the next step is. Let's say you find a really cool riff, then you know that you need to do the groove and the hook. Or let's say you have a really cool hook, like a very big lead type of sound. You know you need a riff, and you know you need a groove. And again, hopefully you guys find this helpful. To me, this is very, very basic, but very powerful just to keep in mind while you're producing. If you guys want, happy to dive more into the project file in another video. But this is just a really quick tip that I wish someone told me a couple years ago. Definitely saved me a lot of time. And yeah, it's called like the 3 pillars. Thank you guys for watching. See you next one. Peace.